expressing in many standard form of general equation. So we can say the expressing general equation in many standard form. Expressing general equation in many standard form. So general equation is ax plus by plus c. This is the general equation of the line. In gradient form, so how will we convert this general equation into gradient form? Y equal to mx. Gradient form means converting y equal to mx plus c form. Here the general equation of a line is given ax plus by plus c equal to 0. General equation. So we will express this term in terms of y, means so taking by here and shifting all minus ax and c towards right side, so this will become like this, dividing by b, so we get like this. This is the b minus a by b minus a by x minus c by b. So this is in terms of, this looks like same as this is equation, which is the gradient equation, general equation of the gradient, which is in the form of y equal to mx plus c. So just comparing, here is a small c, here is a small c is small, this is a small c, and this is a big C, where m is equal to, comparing this equation with this, we will get m equal to this and c equal to minus c by b. This is big C, capital C, and this is small c. Now expressing the general equation ax plus by plus c in intercepted form, that is x by a plus y by b equal to 1 form, means we have to express ax plus by plus c in this form. The general equation is ax plus by plus c, not this. So this is the equation, general equation, and we have to convert this general equation into this form, which is called intercepted form. We have just read this equation in our previous video. So now converting this, so by taking here as a, and shifting all this in this direction, no, shifting c only in this direction, because here x term and y term should be in the left direction. Since x term and y term should be left direction, so we will convert only c, and here we are seeing that there should be a 1 in the right hand side, so we will divide this term by minus c, so that right hand term could be 1. So dividing both sides by minus c, dividing both sides by minus c. hence we get minus a, sorry, we get ax by minus c plus by minus c equal to minus c by minus c. So this, or this can be written as minus a by c into x plus minus b by c into y, and this is equal to 1. Now this can be further written as a, just rearranging, minus c, sorry, minus c by a, here should be minus c by a, and here should be minus c by b. Just making improvement, just deleting and erasing this to, here is minus c by a, and this would be minus c by b, and equal to 1. Now we are seeing that this is a x by a plus y by b equal to 1 form, which is like this. So comparing this to this, we find that the value of this a is equal to this and this b is equal to this. Here since we have taken the general equation in ax plus by plus c, where a is small, and we have also taken here intercepted equation, in general intercepted equation x by a plus y by b equal to 1, in which we have also taken small a. So either in this or in this, we have to change this a and b with capital letter. So change this with capital letter, or change this with capital letter, either this change or this change, that is your choice. That is just changing it by capital A, and this is capital B. So now we will make the comparison, this equation with this equation, which is the form of x by a, means this equation is form of x by a plus y by b equal to 1. So we will compare. So upon comparing, we find a equal to minus c by a and b equal to minus c by b, that is capital A equal to so now we'll see the perpendicular form. What is the perpendicular form? Perpendicular form is, that is x cos alpha plus y sin alpha, sorry, must be written y sin alpha, y sin alpha equal to p, x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p, for yes cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p form. The general equation is ax plus by plus c. Now we have to convert this general equation into this form, which is called perpendicular form. So this is the general equation. We are dividing both by the by under root a square plus b square, means coefficient of square of the coefficient of x and square of coefficient of y is the coefficient of this x is a, coefficient of this y is b. So we will taking the square as a square plus b square in under root, and we will divide by this number in throughout the equation, this equation. So after dividing, so after dividing we got this, and here should be x, which I have missed out. Here should be x and here should be y, and this is shifting when this here this will be 0, and when this will be shifting in this direction, then that will be the dislike, means minus will come. So we are seeing that if a in a right angle triangle, this is a, this is b, so this must be a square plus b square through the Pythagoras theorem. So if this is theta, then that is the height and this is the base, and so this hypotenuse will be a square plus b square using the Pythagoras theorem. And sine theta will be equal to height but a hypotenuse. This is height but a hypotenuse. So this is the value of the sine theta, and cos theta will be equal to this base by hypotenuse, that is b by a square plus b square. So cos alpha will be base by hypotenuse, base is b and hypotenuse is a square plus b square. Similarly sin alpha will be, so sin theta will be a sin theta will be perpendicular, that is height but a hypotenuse. So this will be a by under root a square plus b square. Note here this is theta, as we have taken theta, so this will not alpha theta, that is missing term I have written. So this should be the cos alpha, no, this should be the sin cos theta, this will be cos theta and this should be sin theta, and this is minus c and this is suppose that p, x cos alpha plus y sin alpha p. Which is the general equation of perpendicular form, where which is the general equation of perpendicular form where cos alpha is a by a square plus b square in the root, and sin alpha is by in under root a square plus b square, and p is equal to minus c by under root a square plus b square. Note here should be, if everything I have taken the alpha, then just make this alpha. So now we will move in next topic, perpendicular form equation is x cos alpha y sin alpha is p. Note that perpendicular form equation is like this, where p is the distance of line x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p from the origin. Suppose that the x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p line is this, then p is the distance, p is the perpendicular distance from the origin. This is the perpendicular distance because it is making 90 degree with this line p. This is this equation. So that is the p, perpendicular distance from the origin. This is x axis and this is y axis. This is origin O. Note coordinate of the origin is 0 0. This must be clear to all of you. Now we'll see the another question. Represent the line 3x plus 4y plus 5 equal to 0 in the perpendicular form, and also calculate its distance from the origin. So representing 3x plus 4y plus 5 equal to 0 in perpendicular form. So in order to represent the perpendicular form, we will just divide by the coefficient of 3x is 3 and 4. So under root में 3 square plus 4 square, this coefficient is 3 and this coefficient is 4. So under root 3 square plus 4 square will be divided. So through by the help of the under root 3 square plus 4 square, we will divide the whole expression or the throughout the equation. Means general equation in perpendicular form is x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p. Means we have to represent this equation in this format. Rewriting the given equation again and dividing by 3 square, that is this, plus 4 square in under root 3 square plus 4 square in under root, like this, that which will be 5 on in whole expression or in the complete equation. This can be written also as a 3x plus 4y minus 5. We will divide 5 on both sides. So this will finally result 5 you will divide 5 by 5, this will result minus 1. So 3 by 5x plus 4 by 5y will be minus 1. So this is or x equal to 5 by 3 plus y equal to 5 by 4 equal to -1. Now this is looking like the format of this. Now we have changed the format because here you have taken x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p. The previous I was written x by 3 by 5 by 3 and y by 5 by 4. That was the intercepted form, and here it is perpendicular form. The comparing the above equation with general equation of perpendicular form, that is x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p. So comparing this with this, after comparing we get cos alpha is 3 by 5 and sin alpha equal to 4 by 5 and p equal to -1, and p equal to -1 is the distance from the origin. Distance of line, distance of perpendicular line from the origin. Sin alpha is 3 by 5, that means here is alpha 4, here is 5, a b c. Cos alpha is equal to 3 by 5, that is 3 by 5, and this must be 5 under root 5 square minus 3 square, which will give 4. So this is the general equation, sorry, the equation in the perpendicular form. Now we'll see the another question. So write down the equation this in gradient form, in intercepted form, and in perpendicular form. So firstly we rewrite the question. And converting it into gradient form. The gradient form is nothing but only y equal to mx plus c. So we will convert this into y equal to mx plus c. Now dividing by 5 on both sides, this will be minus 6 by 5 x minus 7 by 5. That's all. So this is a y equal to mx plus c form, which is So finally we get this equation is converted into the gradient form like this, and on comparing with the general equation we find m equal to this and c equal to this. So now we'll convert this equation into intercepted form. This was gradient form, now converting in intercepted form. So general equation of the intercepted form is x by a plus y by b equal to 1. So we will try to convert this equation into x by a plus y by b equal to 1. So first of all we will shift this in right side, that is minus 7, dividing by minus 7 because right hand side should be 1, as general equation is x by a plus y by b equal to 1. So divide by minus 7, so like this, and that will be minus 7 by 7, which will result, that is the wrong, minus 7 by 7. We will, if you are dividing minus 7 on both sides, so that is like, and this is also minus 7, so minus 7 cut, so this should be 1. This should be 1, not minus 1. That is the improvement, very good improvement. That should be the 1, because we are dividing by minus 7 on both sides, then how can be it 1 minus 1? So this is 1, this is 1. Now this is the looking in the form of x by a plus y by b equal to 1, which is the general form, which is the form of x by a plus y by b equal to 1. So this is the now this equation is converted into the intercepted form. Now third part is perpendicular form, means we have to convert this equation into the perpendicular form, and perpendicular form is nothing but only x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p, means we have to convert this equation into x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p. So firstly we'll shift in this into in this direction, and this is minus 7, dividing by minus 7 on both sides will get 1. So this is the form of x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p. Note, divide both sides by minus 1. Now we are dividing both sides by minus 1. So after dividing we get like this. So minus 7, here so we are dividing both sides by minus 7, not 1. Here we are dividing both sides by minus 7. So here is minus 7. So now comparing this equation with this, we get cos alpha equal to minus 6 by 7. Just changing the way. That is the way. means we will divide. Just recall how the perpendicular form we attend. We taking the coefficient of x and coefficient of y, then we will squaring each, and then we will add and take the under root. Now through these numbers, so these terms we divide in both side. By using this term we divide in numerator, in LHS part and RHS part, that is in whole equation. That is the way. And 6x by 6 square plus 5 square plus 5y is a 6 square plus 5 square by equal to minus 7. I have also showed you the some mistake that I have done in solving, so that you could not understand that only the fair copy has been represented before you. So I have showed you all the copy, video copy that is done while making this video, so that you could understand the priority of this video format. Because only the fair things does not provide you better. If you are seeing also the where rough things, some mistakes, then you will get idea, and you will try to next time to avoid yourself from making the mistakes. So mistakes also teach you better. So I have also, that's why I have given all the things that have been done while making this video study. So after dividing, just representing like this, and clearly this is the cos alpha, this is the sin alpha, and this is the p, because this is the form of the x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p. X cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p, where cos alpha is this, sin alpha is this, and p is this. This can be also simplified. This minus minus will cancel, then this will come as a like this. Means I have multiplied a minus sign throughout the equation. Once just see, which is the form of the x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p. This is the form of the x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p. If you divide by minus sign on both sides, then that will be the cancel, and this will be 7 by under root 6 square. Now instead of dividing 6 square plus 5 square under root, we have taken the minus under root divided by 6 square plus 5 square minus under root 6 square plus 5 square. We are dividing. That is, so here will cos alpha will be, where cos alpha so there the cos alpha is equal to minus b by 6 square plus 5 square, and that is equal to minus this, not 6, this is a this is a 6, and minus 6 by under root 61. Similarly this will be minus sin alpha would be minus 5 by 61, and p will be 7 by 61, 7 by under root 61. So this is the finally converted form into the perpendicular form. Means this equation is converted into perpendicular form like this. Now we'll see the another question. Sorry, the another concept, that is equation of line passing through, equation of a line passing through one point, the equation of a line passing through one point. Suppose that this is x axis and y axis, x and y axis. This is the origin O. So we will decide, we will find equation of a line passing through a one point. Suppose that one point is A, which coordinate is given x1 comma y1, and suppose this is the question, this is the line AB which is making angle theta with the x-axis. Suppose that a point A is given whose coordinate is x1 comma y1, that is this, and let there is a point P. Here is the point P, x comma y. Note AB is a line which is making angle theta from the x-axis. In between line AB, this is the line AB, and in between there is a point P, x comma y. So suppose that we are moving, if we are moving the x unit in the x-axis like this, then we will reach here, and after reaching here, if we are moving y unit on y-axis, then we will reach here. So this will be the point P, x comma y. Now in order to reach the point this, we will travel the x1 unit on x-axis, and then we will travel y1 unit on y-axis, and after traveling we will reach at point A. This is x1 comma y1. Note, as this line is making to angle theta with x-axis, so any line parallel to this will always make angle theta. So hence this line which is parallel to this line will also make angle theta with the x-axis. This is also parallel to the x-axis. I am making the marking, and this is the x unit, and moving on the x unit and traveling y unit on this side will reach the point P. So what will be this? What will be the length of this? Since the length of this is x and length of this is x1, so this length must be x minus x1. That is x minus x1. And if this length is y1, then parallel to this line, and which is equal to, so this line must be y1. So if we will subtract this from this, then we'll get this. So y minus y1 will be the length of this, as here this is y, this is y, this is y1, because this is parallel to this, so this is y1, this is y, so this must be y minus y1. Suppose this is P point, this is L point, this is A point. See, the clear figures are very clear. Now I am once again repeat you, this is x1 unit traveling on x-axis, then we will go on traveling y1 on y-axis, then we will reach here point, this is point A, x1 comma y1. And if you are traveling the x unit on the x-axis and then moving y unit on y-axis, then we will reach the point P, which coordinate will be x comma y. And this is x1 and this is x, so if we will subtract this from this, then we will get this. And same thing here, this is y, this is y1, this will be equal, this is y1, so this is y minus y1. So if this is x1, this is x, so x minus x1 will be this length, and this length will be equal and parallel to this length, so this length will be x minus x1. Now making a separate triangular figure, so that you could get better understand, because so much writing has been written here. So if anything further will be written here, so there should be the congestion, so which will prevent to you for better understanding. So we have make a neat and clean graph here. So this is y minus y1, this is x minus x1, this is L, this is tan theta, sorry, this is theta, that is the angle. So we can write hence m equal to tan theta will be y minus y1 but x minus x1, that is height over base. Tan theta is famous formula, height over base, sorry, height by base, height divided by base. So multiplying this into this, so y minus y1 will be m x minus x1. So this is the general equation of a line AB passing through a point x1 comma y1. So this is general equation of a line passing through a point x1 comma y1. Very important formula, generally used in the quadratic in the coordinate system, which you will study in 11th or 12th standard book in great deal. That's all about the video. You are seeing the which is sorry, this is the so this is the video related with the line. Now see the more video and increase your more knowledge. See the more video also, and just build up more confidence in order to meet the exam, because if you have better preparation, then you will crack the exam better. So prepare exam through the RSL study material. Just see the video, enjoy yourself. That's all.